Hello, WhedonFreak976 here. There's going to be some changes to my format. What I'm going to do is start uploading a bunch of videos and then put one together like a whole show. I wanted to kind of do like a whole newscast. So that's where you'll see the beginnings and everything. And I have a new segment called What the Media is Not Covering. That's not it. First here is the truth. And I got this from Mother Jones. It is called Only Little People Pay Taxes. And it's about how the rich income has went up. According to this article, 392% average income for the very, very top 0.1%, believe it or not even 1%. But their taxes have decreased by 37%. If you look at this chart, you will see, look at that number going down. The higher your income, the more your taxes have went down over the years. Back in the 40s and 50s, the 40s and stuff, it was over 70% for people who made over $1 million. 60% if you made $500,000, 40%. In the 1970s, it kind of peaked for people in the 250,000s, in the middle 40s% and everything. But then it started to taper off and tailor off. By the 21st century, it got down to 35%. And that's not the real percentage, because Mitt Romney only paid 15% last year, or less than 15%. And he doesn't want to disclose all of his taxes. I wonder why. A lot of people think, oh, he may be doing them offshore in Switzerland or whatever. Might be. But I think it's the fact that he knows that if people knew about his real tax rate, they would not vote for him in a New York minute. And it's been going that way, that the average person actually pays more percentage-wise of their income in taxes when you account payroll and state taxes and everything than what the rich do. Yeah, you've heard me say this before, but you know, I can't drill this home enough that it really has gotten out of hand how much the rich are favored now in this society. It's kind of sad because over in Europe and all those other places, they pay higher taxes, the rich do. Some pay over 60%, like in Germany and stuff. And one of the rich businessmen in Germany said, I do it because I don't want to live in a rich country with too many poor people. That makes sense. What that means is you can have a lot of money, but if you don't have a lot of people who are at the bottom, if you've got a lot of people at the bottom, you're still kind of living in a poor country. So that's admirable, I think. We have scumbags for rich people. We do. They'll do any low, unaccountable thing just to get away with not paying taxes. And as I told you in one of my other videos about the Koch brothers being exposed, there's a lot of rich companies in here that don't pay no taxes at all. They get subsidies. Where's the right-wing outrage? Hell, where's the Blue Dog Democrat outrage? Where's that? There's your welfare bones right there. This chart has got a lot for you to look at. I mean, for years and decades, this has been the Ronald Reagan way. And even though Reagan raised taxes 11 times, he did run on a platform of lowering taxes and less government. Even though he really didn't live up to that. For anybody who actually knows about Ronald Reagan, we know the real truth that taxes were over 50% when he was president. He actually raised it 11 times when he was governor, and he actually, I think he raised it over 7 times. Somebody can give me the final number, but I do know he did raise taxes a lot when he was in the White House, because he tried his cut and spend, lower taxes, raise spending crap, and it didn't work. It was always give the rich a tax break. They're the job creators. But even Reagan said that a millionaire should not pay less taxes than what a bus driver pays. So I guess Reagan's a communist now, huh? Like I said, there are more charts in here that show how the individual income tax has stayed relatively the same despite your income. But the corporate tax rate, just take a look at this, has plummeted. Look at that. That's the red. The dark red is the corporate tax rate has plummeted. while the payroll taxes, which is something that most people, especially if you pay into Social Security and stuff, and that the workers pay into, has skyrocketed. So tell me how is that tax code fair? It's not fair. This is a great article. You should definitely, I'm going to put the link in the description box below. You should go check it out, because obviously I can't cover everything that's in here. And look at this. Liberal GE, big old MSNBC, the former boss. Look at how GE's tax rate has just went down over the years. It's went back up some, but 7.4%. Pathetic. A New York City janitor, adjusted gross income, $33,000, and they pay, if you go by another chart in here, more taxes than what the rich do. 10% income and everything for the rich. I mean, this is ridiculous. So when Republicans talk about class warfare has been, or even the conservative Democrats like Ben Nelson and them, who said that we shouldn't raise taxes and everything, so I'm not just going to let the Republicans have it. So for any Democrat who actually wants to stand up for this, yeah, you are engaging in class warfare. And the shot was fired a long time ago. And the people without no money are the ones that was fired at. Just think about this. Well, you go to work and pay your taxes and everything, and work hard to either you have a life for your family or your family's just barely living above water. The rich, they're living it easy. Too easy. It's time to pay your fair share. I know I may be recycling some things I said, but you know what? It needs to be said. It needs to be heard over and over again. Because the rich are not paying their fair share. And, you know, again, when you read this article, you'll get all the links where it tells the Senate Joint Committee on Taxation and ProPublicTax.com. So these are not exactly liberal websites. These are independent studies. And Mother Jones, yes, they are progressive, but the article is honest. It's very honest and very detailed. How the rich in this country have gotten away with basically hijacking the tax system. The loopholes and everything put in by presidents like Clinton, Bush Sr., Reagan, Bush Jr., and now Obama is just continuing that trend. It needs to stop. We need revenue coming into this economy. If we don't, we'll never get out of this funk. As a closing comment, what I don't understand is the rich make no sense to me. They want their income and everything because they want to keep their money. But what they don't realize is if there are so many people struggling and stuff, they won't be able to buy your products. Since you put out products and stuff, why not have as many people buy them? See, I would want as many people to buy my products as I could possibly get. That's just crazy talking. No. It's the truth.